while my coffee's percolating, I figured I'd do another product review. I purchased this West Marine manual M16 inflatable life jacket for, I guess, about 2 years ago now. So when I sail by myself, because I tend to be day sailing by myself, I wanted to have something to wear. And I think I wore it more when the weather was I was out on a windy day. So I originally, for this trip to the Keys, I thought about buying like offshore jackets. So thinking if we had thunderstorms or a really windy day, we'd wear them. And at the last minute, I was kind of like, well, I'd have to buy 2 life jackets. But since I own this already and I knew I didn't mind wearing it, I decided to, this one was ordered online from Amazon. Because I know I bought this one when it was on sale at West Marine, and this one was like $56 with free shipping. So I bought this one for my son, and the one thing I have to say is we wore them while we were sailing. We actually wore them, and my whole opinion is the only good life jacket is one that you actually have on when you go in the water. I don't think we wouldn't have wore the way the weather we've had. We wouldn't have wore the offshore jacket. So if I go to Bahamas, I could see having the offshore jacket, but for the Keys, you know, we have regular PFDs, and we have I brought ski jacket PFDs too for using on the kayak. But I have to say, for the money, even last night we're getting ready to go to sleep, and I was like, oh, you know, take your life jacket off. I think, I don't know, when we stop for the night anchoring, you forget they're on once you get used to them. And as I said, the only good PFD is the one that you're actually wearing. I don't care what you spend it on. If it's sitting down below or in the cockpit, when you go over, it's doing you no good. So I was really happy with this purchase, and it's worked out really good. Here, I'm going to do a quick new equipment video. I saw other cruisers using these solar powered lights, and I saw they had them in Walmart. I think it was like $15. I need a light for when we're eating at the table at night or hanging out. And now that we have the Bimini, I was going to rig in a light. I have the light in the back here that shines forward, but it's really better for cooking. The LED is really bright. So I figured, what the heck, I'll pick one of these up and see what it does. And you know what, it really does work good. There's plenty of room to just have it laying out here during the day while we're sailing. And we had plenty of light last night for dinner, considering I cooked and we hung out with it on. And I'm not even using the high-powered setting. I'm just using the low-powered setting. It does have the blinker too, which is nice, because if something was happening and you wanted to be seen, you could set it to the 1-second flash. But for $15, we'll see how long it fares through the season. But as of right now, Lucia inflatable solar light, and that said, they had them in our Walmart for like $14.98 or $14.97, whatever that crazy price Walmart uses. So from right now, I'd highly recommend it. I really like it. So it's easy to tie up. I put a string under the Bimini, and now I'm going to deflate it and stick it on the table and let it charge back up. So thumbs up for the solar light. So we're sitting here at anchor. I don't know how bad the wind is. To show you how I do the mooring, this was original teak cleat that was on my skipper center one, and I added this one here on the starboard side so it would line up with the anchor roller I installed, and it's through bolted and reinforced underneath. I know I picked up from guys, I forget who it was on a YouTube video, but these are actually my dock lines I use. I have 4 of them. They're like 15 feet long, and I use them for my mooring lines. So I could just show you the one. This is usually the one that we just started doing now is my thing. We hook up one first. I guess that was the one trick the guys were saying. So I have a loop that's tied in. Should be a bowline, but it's just a loop knot. So I loop that around the cleat. We come up with the boat pole. We hook the mooring line, and you put this is already attached. All you have to do is get this through the loop, bring it back, and then wrap it around, and then lock it down. And at that point, we've attached to the mooring. So I'll get this knotted, this set. They're gonna have to be adjusted because they are a little bit different in lengths. So at that point, you're attached to the mooring. You know, motor can be shut down. You don't have to worry. And then I come over. The other line has a loop on it too. So I put that on. Move the anchor box. Now I'm using an anchor crate box instead of a bag, which did seem to work out okay. That's kind of a new thing for this season. And I'll just pull this line in until I get to the mooring eye, and then you'll pass again the free end through it, bring it back through the other side, and then I bring it on the cleat, wrap it around, and lock it in. And then I said there's some adjustment because I think this is the longer line by a little bit. So I adjust them once the boat settles down, so they're both pretty much equal. I know we have a little bit of wind. We're going back and forth here. Me on the bow now and Nate in the back. So they're equal. But that's the one thing we learned. I know we tried to do before. We're trying to get both the lines in. I think when we came down last time, and it doesn't make sense. You just hook the one up. Once you have the one secured, now you don't have to worry about losing the mooring eye, and then you can come in and easily, well, I have a 20-foot boat. It's easy to pull my boat back up to the mooring eye and put the other one through. So that procedure, this is like the fourth, it might be the fifth time we picked up a mooring while we were down here in the Keys, and it worked out really good. Pretty simple technique, and gotta love YouTube for learning things. Why reinvent something? Someone figured out how to do it right.